There's a quiet in the air tonight, like the world has chosen not to speak. The city breathes beneath the stars, slow enough for hearts to heal. The windows glow like distant fires, each one holding someone's dream. We walk without a destination, following the silver streams. Your footsteps fall beside my own, never asking where we'll end. Some roads don't need a reason, only someone worth the journey. The moon hangs low above the skyline, watching every soul below. It doesn't promise forever, only one more night to know. If we lose ourselves together, maybe that's where we'll be found. Some hearts bloom inside the silence, not beneath the loudest sound. Stay before the morning comes, before the stars surrender one by one. Hold this night like fragile glass, a moment we can never get back. Leave tomorrow where it belongs, far beyond these sleeping roads. Tonight we're more than passing shadows, we're the light the darkness chose. Rain begins without a warning, soft enough to calm the sea. Every drop becomes a memory, falling gently over me. The cafes close, the lights grow dim, music drifts through empty streets. Nothing here is asking questions, everything just lets us breathe. I spent years chasing horizons, thinking peace was somewhere far. Then I found it in your laughter, quiet as the evening stars. Maybe home was never somewhere, waiting on another shore. Maybe home is simply someone who makes you fear the night no more. Close your eyes and hear the silence. There's a language in the wind. Every ending hides a doorway, every loss lets light begin. Stay before the morning comes, before the stars surrender one by one. Hold this night like fragile glass, a moment we can never get back. Leave tomorrow where it belongs, far beyond these sleeping roads. Tonight we're more than passing shadows, we're the light the darkness chose. If these streets could tell our story, they would whisper, never shout. They would speak of borrowed moments and the fears we lived without. Every heartbeat leaves an echo, every smile becomes the tide. Nothing beautiful stays forever, still we hold it while it's alive. The sky will change another color, morning always finds its way. But no sunrise can erase the truth we found before the day. There are places we will never see, dreams we'll never understand. Still the universe keeps turning, holding every open hand. So if I with you. Stay before the morning comes while the world is still asleep. Every promise made in silence is a promise we can keep. When the daylight fills the skyline, when the stars fade into blue, I'll remember every heartbeat that quietly belonged to you. Stay before the morning comes, one last dance before goodbye. Some forever is an endless, some forever is one night. Morning slowly wakes the city, windows catch the rising sun, but somewhere underneath the daylight, the night goes on. And every time the sky grows darker, every time the streets grow still, I'll return to this memory where time forgot to move and love asked for nothing except to be felt. I found you where the city faded, where the skyline kissed the sea. Nothing moved except the shadows, nothing spoke except the breeze. The world was running far behind us, chasing dreams too fast to see. We were only chasing silence, like it held the missing piece. Every light became a memory, every wave became a song. Somehow in that fleeting moment, everything felt like it belonged. I stopped looking for tomorrow, stopped pretending to be strong, because peace arrived so softly the moment you came along. Don't let this feeling disappear, don't let the daylight pull us home. Stay a little longer before this night becomes a memory. You were the quiet in my chaos, the calm inside the storm, the place my restless heart kept searching long before you were born. If the stars should lose their fire, if the ocean leaves the shore, I'd still find my way beside you, like I've done 1,000 times before. The cafes close without a warning, leaving music in the air. People vanished with the moonlight, but somehow we were still there. The rain began to write our story across the windows of the night. Every drop became a promise, every street became alive. You never tried to change my silence, you never asked me who I'd been. You simply stayed until my heart remembered how to dream again. Some nights are too beautiful to explain with words, so we let the silence say everything. You were the quiet in my chaos, the calm inside the storm, the place my restless heart kept searching long before you were born. If the stars should lose their fire, if the ocean leaves the shore, I'd still find my way beside you, like I've by the people who forever change our ways. If love was only borrowed time, I'd borrow every second. If hope was only one last breath, I'd breathe it without fear. If this night was all we had, then this night would be enough. You were the quiet in my chaos, the light beyond the rain, the voice that found me in the silence when nothing else remained. Every heartbeat still remembers, every wave still calls your name. Even if the world keeps turning, nothing feels the same. If tomorrow pulls us farther, if our roads divide in two, every midnight sky will know a part of me will always belong to you. Morning slowly wakes the skyline. The stars disappear, the waves return to the sea. But some nights never truly end. They simply become the place your heart returns to. The night was waiting by the shoreline, wrapped in shades of midnight blue. Every wave was softly breaking, like it already knew. The city disappeared behind us, only echoes filled the air. Every road had lost its meaning the moment you were there. Your eyes reflected distant skylines, like they carried every star. I stopped searching for tomorrow because I knew exactly where we are. Sometimes silence tells a story words can never learn to say. Sometimes love begins so gently, you don't notice until it stays. Take this moment, hold it close. Some nights arrive only once. Stay with me until the sky remembers every color painted in your eyes. Let the moonlight keep our little secret hidden underneath the endless tide. If tomorrow comes without a warning, if the daylight steals the stars away, I'll still find you in the quiet places where our hearts have always stayed. Rain was falling over rooftops, drawing silver through the streets. Every drop became a rhythm, moving gently with the beat. The cafe lights were slowly fading, people vanished one by one. Still it felt the world was waiting for a night that had just begun. I watched the ocean touch the shoreline, then quietly return again. Maybe love was always meant to leave, only to come back in the end. You never promised endless mornings, you never asked me not to change. You only gave me one small moment that somehow changed everything. Close your eyes, hear the silence. Even the stars need somewhere to rest. Stay with me until the sky remembers every color painted in your eyes. Let the moonlight keep our little secret hidden underneath the endless tide. If tomorrow comes without a warning, if the daylight steals the stars away, I'll still find you in the quiet places where our hearts have always stayed. Years may write another story. Cities may forget our names. Different songs will fill the evenings. Different dreams will light the rain. But somewhere underneath the heavens, beyond the clocks and passing time, this night will keep its quiet heartbeat somewhere hidden inside mine. Because forever isn't endless. It's the feeling people leave. The way one soul can change another without asking to be seen. The moon doesn't hurry across the sky. The ocean never argues with the shore. The wind doesn't ask permission, it simply arrives. Maybe that's what love was always meant to be. Not loud, not perfect, not endless, just honest enough to become unforgettable. Stay with me until the stars grow silent, until the ocean kisses morning light. Every heartbeat writes another chapter. Every shadow turns into light. If the world keeps spinning without us, if the seasons carry us apart, every midnight will still remember how you quietly became the safest place inside my heart. Morning will awaken every window. The streets will fill with strangers. The waves will erase our footsteps. But somewhere beyond the horizon, where the sea meets the sky, this night we'll keep our names forever. There was a street where time stood still, where broken dreams could finally heal. The lights were low, the sky was wide, and every fear had somewhere to hide. You never asked me where I'd been, or what the silence held within. You only smiled as if you knew. Some hearts are built to wander through. The wind carried names we couldn't keep across the rooftops while the city slept. Every breath became a prayer for something beautiful still waiting there. I learned that not every goodbye is spoken. Some are hidden in unopened doors, in empty cafes after midnight, in footsteps that never return anymore. If every star has lost its way, why does it still choose to shine? Maybe hope was never something found. Maybe hope is something we decide. Meet me where the skyline kisses the ocean, where the silence is louder than asking where it belongs. Maybe hearts were never meant to be perfect, only honest enough to carry on. Meet me where the skyline kisses the ocean, where the silence is louder than the rain, where our shadows disappear into the morning and nothing asks us to explain. Stay with me beyond the hands of the clock, beyond the stories people leave behind. If forever only lives inside a moment, then tonight forever is ours to find. One day the city will forget our footsteps, the cafes will change their songs, the buildings will welcome different dreamers, the nights will belong to someone else. But maybe that has always been the beauty. Nothing beautiful was promised forever. The stars don't shine because they never fade, they shine because they choose to burn anyway. If our paths become different roads, don't remember me with sadness. Remember the nights we believed the whole universe could fit inside one heartbeat. Because love isn't measured by how long two people stay, it's measured by how deeply they change each other along the way. When the world becomes too loud, listen to the space between the sounds. The ocean never argues with the shore, the moon never competes with the sun. Everything arrives exactly when it should. Even the people who leave us leave behind a version of ourselves that never existed before. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe healing is learning to carry yesterday gently without letting it become tomorrow. Meet me where the first light meets the water, where the night releases every fear, where every ending becomes another beginning, and every silence says I'm still here. Take my hand beyond the weight of memory, beyond the echoes of what used to be. If love is only borrowed from the universe, let's spend every second fearlessly. When the sunrise paints the sleeping skyline, we'll leave nothing hidden in the dark. Even if this road was never endless, it has already become a part of who we are. Years from now, another pair of strangers may stand beneath these very same lights. They'll never know our names, but maybe they'll feel the quiet we left behind. New reflections ripple through the rain. Every window holds a different name. Strangers pass beneath electric skies, carrying stories hidden in their eyes. The boulevard keeps humming through the dark, a million dreams igniting after dusk. Every soul is searching for a spark, even in the quiet. voices stay inside your heart. The city of silent heart. The city shines like falling stars, reflections dancing on the cars. Every heartbeat finds the sound of something we've never found. We don't need another reason, we don't need another name. Tonight the sky feels wide enough to leave behind yesterday. Your eyes are brighter than the skyline, your smile outshines the moon. Some moments don't need forever, they only need to bloom. Don't look back, don't let go, somewhere only we can know. Take my hand, stay right here, everything becomes so clear. We're alive under neon skies, chasing dreams that never die. Let the whole world fade away, we don't need another place. Feel the rhythm in your soul, like the waves that never slow. If this night is all we own, then tonight feels like home. Then tonight feels like home. Every street remembers laughter, every light remembers us. Like the city kept our secrets hidden underneath the dusk. No destination on the dashboard, no direction, no control. Just the music and the silence, finding pieces of our souls. The ocean whispers through the windows, the wind begins to sing. Sometimes all we really need is one unforgettable evening. Close your eyes, take it slow, let your heart decide to go. No regrets, no disguise, just the stars above tonight. We're alive under neon skies, chasing dreams that never die. Let the whole world fade away, we don't need another place. Feel the rhythm in your soul, like the waves that never slow. If this night is all we own, then tonight feels like home. Years may pass like quiet rivers, cities change and seasons fade, but some nights become forever, long after they're washed away. If tomorrow pulls us farther, if our roads no longer meet, I'll remember how the moonlight turned the silence into peace. Every heartbeat leaves a picture, every memory leaves a spark. Some lights never stop shining, even in the deepest dark. The stars don't ask who we are, they simply shine. The ocean doesn't fear the shore, it returns every sunrise fills the skyline, and the city wakes once more. The music will grow quieter, the lights will disappear, but somewhere between the last fading star and the first breath of morning, this night will still be waiting. The night arrived without a sound, as if the sky had learned to breathe. The city lights were far away, just distant echoes underneath. I walked beside the restless sea, watching tides erase the shore. It made me think about the things we spend our whole lives searching for. Some people chase another sunrise, some are running from the rain, some keep smiling through the silence, trying not to show the pain. I stopped counting all the reasons, I stopped asking what was true. Somewhere in that quiet moment, the wind reminded me of you. Maybe peace was never waiting at the end of every road. Maybe it was always hidden in the hearts that learned to slow. If you find me where the waves keep calling, stay until the morning paints the sea. Leave the world beyond the fading skyline, let this night become our memory. Every star above is slowly falling, every dream is learning how to fly. Nothing lasts forever in this lifetime, that's the reason every moment shines. Rain began to kiss the pavement, drawing silver through the street. Every drop became a heartbeat, moving gently with the beat. Old cafes were closing quietly, chairs were resting side by side. The smell of coffee in the darkness felt like somewhere I could hide. People passed without a story, faces lost inside the glow. Everyone was chasing something, no one stopped to simply know. I wondered if the moon gets lonely, watching every soul below. Still it waits above the silence, never asking where to go. Every river meets the ocean, not because it knows the way, only because it keeps believing there's a place beyond today. If you find me where the waves keep calling, stay until the morning paints the sea. Leave the world beyond the fading skyline, let this night become our memory. Every star above is slowly falling, every dream is learning how to fly. Nothing lasts forever in this lifetime, that's the reason every moment shines. One Every heartbeat slowed its rhythm, like it had been waiting for this piece. The skyline wore a crown of colors, fading softly into blue. Every crowded street behind us led me somewhere close to you. We didn't need to chase tomorrow or promise what we couldn't know. Some beautiful things are meant to happen, then quietly let us grow. The wind carried little conversations that only midnight seemed to hear. In a world that never stopped moving, you made everything disappear. Stay a little longer, the stars are still awake. Some nights become forever before the morning breaks. When the lights turn gold around us, hold my hand and don't let go. Every second feels like magic, more than words could ever show. If the moon forgets tomorrow, if the sunrise takes the sky, let this moment live between us, where forever never has to try. Rain was falling on the windows, writing stories on the glass. Every drop became a picture of the moments that would last. The music drifted through the silence, like I knew the way we felt. Sometimes hearts don't need a reason, only someone who understands. Every road has different endings, every dream will find its place, but I choose the simple evening over every brighter day, because peace was never waiting at the finish of the race. It was hidden in the stillness of the smile upon your face. Close your eyes beside me, hear the ocean breathe. Some memories are written long before we leave. When the lights turn gold around us, hold my hand and don't let go. Every second feels like magic, more than words could ever show. If the moon forgets tomorrow, if the sunrise takes the sky, let this moment live between us, where forever never has to try. Years will change the streets we walked on, different songs will fill the air. Someone else will watch these sunsets, thinking love was waiting there. But they'll never know the feeling hidden underneath these skies, how the smallest quiet moments can become the greatest lives. Every heartbeat leaves an echo, every laugh becomes a flame. Some nights never really leave us, they simply learn another name. If the stars should lose their places, we'll become each other's light. If the waves forget the shoreline, we'll still find our way tonight. If tomorrow asks for answers, we'll just smile and let it wait, because love was never measured by how long we stay, but by how deeply we change. When the lights turn gold around us, let the whole world disappear. Nothing else could ever matter when your heart beats all I hear. became my peace. The sky will always change its colors. The ocean will always return. The city will always keep moving, but somewhere between the last light of evening and the first light of dawn, our story will always be waiting. The traffic fades beyond the hills. The night begins to breathe. 1,000 lights beneath the clouds, like stars that chose the streets. I never came here searching for a miracle to find. I only wanted somewhere to finally rest my mind. The wind carried forgotten voices, stories no one ever told. Every corner held a memory more precious than gold. Some dreams arrive like sunrise, some disappear like rain. Still we keep believing tomorrow calls our names. If every road keeps changing, let's stop counting where they end. Maybe every destination is simply where we learn again. Take me where the ocean meets the sky, where the moon can hear our quiet hearts. Leave the world beneath the fading lights. Let tonight become a work of art. Every wave is writing our story. Every star is calling us by name. Nothing lasts forever in this lifetime. Still I choose this night again. The cafes close without a sound. Their windows softly glow. Someone laughs across the corner. Someone whispers, then let's go. I watch reflections on the water, breaking into silver lines. It's strange how broken pieces can still become something bright. Your eyes hold every season, summer, winter, spring, and fall. Like the universe decided to place forever in them all. The silence feels familiar, like a song I've always known. Sometimes home is in a place, sometimes home is someone. Close your eyes and hear the tide. Nothing here is asking why. Every heartbeat knows the answer long before we realize. Take me where the ocean meets the sky, where the moon can hear our quiet hearts. Leave the world beneath the fading lights. Let tonight become a work of art. Every wave is writing our story. Every star is calling us by name. Nothing lasts forever in this lifetime. Still I choose this night again. Years from now, these empty streets will belong to someone new. Another pair of hopeful souls will stand beneath this view. The songs we loved will still be playing, though different voices sing. The moon will rise above the skyline, just as it always did. recognition. The ocean never fears the shore. The wind keeps dancing through the darkness, wanting nothing more. Maybe love is just that simple, choosing someone every day. Not because the road is perfect, but because you'd stay. If tomorrow changes everything, if the sunrise steals the night, the memories we built together will still be burning bright. Take me where the ocean meets the sky, where forever isn't measured by time. Every heartbeat leaves a constellation, every dream becomes a sign. When the daylight reaches every rooftop, when the stars surrender to the dawn, we'll know that nothing truly leaves us. It only changes into song. Take me where the ocean meets the sky, where our souls can finally breathe. If this night is all we're given, then this night is all we need. The sea will keep on singing, the moon will always rise. The city will remember nothing, but our hearts always will. Whenever the world grows louder, whenever hope feels far away, close your eyes. You'll find this night waiting for you again. Tonight the city wears a different face, 1,000 windows filled with borrowed light. The world keeps rushing somewhere far away, but here the silence finally feels alive. Your shadow moves beside me through the rain, like every step was written long ago. No promises are hanging in the air, only moments learning how to grow. The wind remembers songs we've never heard, the sea replies in languages unknown. Some nights don't ask us where we're going next, they simply teach us we are not alone. I stopped chasing all the perfect endings, stopped measuring life by what remained, because the brightest constellations are born from skies that once were filled with rain. Maybe time was never ours to hold, maybe love was never meant to stay. Maybe all we're ever given is the courage not to look away. If the moon could keep our names forever, would it whisper them into the sea? Would the waves remember every promise we were too afraid to speak? Stay with me while the night is breathing, before the dawn steals all we know. If forever only lasts this heartbeat, let this heart be our home. Every cafe leaves an empty chair, every station waits for one last train. Life keeps writing chapters without asking who will read them once again. I used to think that happiness was waiting somewhere far beyond the next sunrise. Then I saw the universe reflected in the quiet kindness of your eyes. The sky never begged the stars to shine, the ocean never asked the tide to stay. Some beautiful things exist completely because they know they'll fade away. So we walked until the streets grew Years from now, another pair of dreamers may stand beneath these very lights. They'll never know the dreams we carried through these quiet summer nights. The songs will find another singer, the roads will find another car. The sky will never stop unfolding, the moon will never lose its stars. Maybe that's the hidden beauty. Nothing truly stays the same, but everything that deeply changes us never really fades away. Because love isn't counted by the seasons or by the calendars we keep. It's measured in the moments that become too beautiful to leave. When the world becomes too loud, listen to the space between the sounds. That's where hope is born. Not inside applause, not inside perfection, but inside the quiet courage to love without conditions. Every scar becomes a doorway, every tear becomes the rain. Every sunrise proves the darkness never disappeared in vain. The stars don't shine because they're fearless, they shine because they choose the night. Maybe that's what we are too, small lights refusing to disappear. If the moon could keep our names forever, let it write them high above the sea. Let tomorrow search forever, it will never take this night from me. Hold me close until the sky is golden, until the last star says goodbye. Every heartbeat is a constellation, every dream is learning how to fly. If one day these roads forget our footsteps, if the city slowly changes too, every midnight will remember how the universe once looked at you. Stay with me beyond the edge of morning, where the sky becomes the endless blue. If forever is a single moment, I would spend forever here with you. Morning rises without asking, tide returns without regret. The night never promised to stay, only to remind us that even the shortest moments can become the longest memories. And somewhere beyond